Good evening. Hello,
Good evening.
Aley.
Hello.
I
We're
have
just
the
having a lot of fun laughing. So
I
it's a
have
it's good.
the very popular, very erudite Aley on my show. Okay.
Peace
Now,
out.
just so you all know, okay, I didn't know this until now, but I think it's true. She gets to 100,000 subscribers, she gets a plaque, don't you?
I do.
So
That's
we
the
need to,
motivation.
yeah,
And it's only, they can put it on my gravestone. I got
well,
to,
with the energy that we give one another, we will. Hi, Nat Milo. Hi, Garnet. Allie will be here a long time. So if you
I
know
hope so.
people who are not yet subscribed to Allie, and there are, believe it or not, find them, hunt them down, and make them join.
Yes.
Because it's where it's at. And just as she said, why are so many people joining Heart and Soul Connected or something like that? You know why. You are the disciples. Now you are the crusaders. So,
Uh,
but
that's
seriously,
good to hear because
well,
I was looking at Rate Your Professor and some people didn't like me very much because I was too abrupt. And I said, I'm from Boston.
yeah, people aren't. I mean, I don't know, city or if it's bi-coastal or whatever, but
Yeah.
in the Midwest, they say people were nicer or whatever. But I don't know if that's necessary. If this coast is uh, or Boston or New York, that metropolis or is worse
Hmm.
than San Francisco and
Yeah.
Seattle and whatever. But there is a certain abrupt quality to us.
There is. There is. Although one of the reasons I left was I felt like I was going to have a stroke because I was always screaming in the car at people.
Were you? Oh
I
my
was, and people were screaming at me and tooting and giving me the finger and all that shit. Yeah. So it's like, okay, and then you come out here and you go to get on the on ramp. And what happens is you get people out here. Boston people would be so upset. They drive up the on ramp and they stop. They don't know what yield means.
yeah. Oh my God.
I know.
No. That's a big.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like me learning to drive, and that was an
Oh,
abortion. Yeah, that was bad because I would
no.
not speed up when I would be merging.
Oh,
So there was one time my dad was teaching me in this big, um, however many this truck came by. Oh, so. But
yeah.
on a different note,
On a different note.
the overlord or the whatever is portrayed in my rendering of tonight's or my iteration of the font tonight has left the country, and there's a lot of speculation as to why. um, Maybe it's a test run for the surveillance
Are
down
you talking
there.
about Palantir?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that you can try it more readily with 45 million people before the 300 and whatever million,
Right.
or there's something coming here that he's trying to flee. So I mean,
I don't know. All I know is that all the people that were on the list to sing at this cage
they're
match,
dropping
they
out.
all
Yeah,
dropped out
even
except
Millie
for
Vanilli dropped out.
even Nilly Vanilli did. Yes.
Yeah.
And have you seen the picture of it? Oh my God, it's so
Yes.
embarrassing. It's like super trailer park trash. Oh my God. It's really
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, yeah.
Oh, well,
I don't
that's
know.
nice, Nat. Yes, Jeff is handsome in black. There you go. He's the man in black. There you go, Jeff.
Black is thinning too,
It is thinning. Yes.
especially if you already weigh almost 400 pounds and then you go on camera and they say it adds 20. What's 20? Really? When you're
Huh?
400,
Well, yeah. What can I say?
So,
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Garnet, ahoy. And Nat, all the way from down under, Mary Starshine. Maureen, you had your surgery already? I hope you're feeling better. My husband had the same kind of rotator cuff surgery. I think that's what you're getting. Yeah. The only one kissing us is Vanilla Ice. And you know who? What's his name? Kid Rock, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Such a popular
Mm-hmm.
guy. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Denise. 3 cats in Mexico.
Hi. Hi, Mary Starshine. 3
You
cats
were
in
raised in Cleveland.
Mexico. Well, thank you, Nat, for
That's
saying
really
that.
funny. My brother and I had a really funny thing about Cleveland. He lived in California and I lived in New England at the time. And he'd always say, why don't we just meet in Cleveland? He'd always, I don't know why he picked, but it's where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. I think that's why he picked it. Yeah. Oh, there's torrential rains there. Oh, wow. Okay. So what else is going on? We were just talking about the price of coffee.
Well, I was telling Aley, and I could be wrong about this, but it seems like the Dunkin' is not as strong as the Starbucks. So for me, I like Starbucks better, but it takes like 4 Dunkins to get to where you with one, grande.
You start bouncing off the walls of the.
Yeah, like that's how it has to be. To know that it's working, I need my heart racing.
Okay.
So I come out of work and I'm like, oh.
It's a good thing you don't have a long drive.
I know, right? Can you imagine?
No, not at all. Oh, so in Mexico, they do the same thing. They stop instead of merging and they drive tiny cars and they can't get to speed to merge. It's madness. Wow. Oh, you have Tim Hortons where you are, Maureen? I guess you're close enough to Canada. I like their donuts and stuff there.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. Umbrellas don't work. Here's the truth. If you come to Seattle, you never use an umbrella because they'll know you're a tourist. So we have a lot of raincoats here, but we don't use umbrellas. Hi, Mel. Oh, my. Yeah. Got to learn the rules, I've lived in so many different places and learned so many different rules and how to find places. I could take you all the way around Houston. I can take you all, not that you'd want to. I could take you all around Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. I could take you all around Panama City Beach, all that area.
Houston is so spread out too.
Oh, I mean, it's
so big and spread out, and yeah.
But they have a system where there's it's not like Boston that let's pave this cow path. Instead they have this circular, this one here on the inner circle and the second inner circle and a third inner circle. Yeah, so you're always going around the city. So
you are. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Yes, it is a tidbit, Mel, if you ever come this way. Mary Poppins be no good. Right. It's a jolly holiday with Mary.
So throw your questions in, everybody. Once again, the better steward of the two of us of that is with us tonight. The one that I know you're all drawn to anyway. So
yes. Love it.
I don't see one. I saw one person from my channel so far.
Hi, Rossi. Yeah. It happens to me, though, sometimes, Jeff, that I'll be on with somebody and no one shows up because whatever reason.
I'm like,
yeah.
One day I had someone come over and it's someone we both know, actually, that was annoying to both of us. But she said, there's literally no one over at your channel right now. And it was during a simulcast. She goes, and then she goes back to me and chats again. No one. Just like, fuck you.
Did you feel put down?
Yeah, I felt less than. I don't feel like I am the mover and shaker that you are and that others are. But there again, I have my own niche. So
you have,
of course, with thumbnails like mine, who gets 6 days?
That's very true. I, I,
Why would
I, did, I did not put that thumbnail up for myself this time.
I noticed?
Because it looks like I'm ready to shoot somebody.
I was thinking of Terminator when I did it. I'm like,
I'm
this
sure
is
you
really
were.
good for Aley.
Yeah, and it had bloodshot eyes, I believe. I felt a little Cash Patel there, you know.
I try, and I said in the AI, please make us grit our teeth.
There's a lot of people who are gritting they're grinding their teeth at night because of all the hoopla that's going on.
Yeah, and he is Libra too. He is also Libra like you. That is true. October 11th.
Who? Putin?
PT.
Putin?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody called him Putin. They were on Al Jazeera, but they called him Putin. Vladimir Putin.
Oh, and Putin, of course, is Libra as well.
Oh.
October 7th, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Putin, Teal, they're all Libras.
Oh, Teal, yeah.
Teal is a Libra, yeah.
I was watching this show today, and it was on Peacock or something. And it was about this guy who his wife and he were going to have a baby. And they were interviewing all these people about AI and how horrible it is. And everybody's telling him that his kid will be lucky to make it to probably high school because, you know, everything's going to implode. And Sam Altman was on there. And I had no idea, it doesn't matter, but I had no idea Sam was gay. And apparently he married somebody in Hawaii, but they just had a kid, and he's not worried about it at all. And I'm thinking, well, you make so much money, you probably get an underground bunker somewhere.
Where my head went to. Yeah. There's a lot of stories now about people talking about the bunkers that are ready, that they do have. And it's starting to become, I would say, alarming, but again, I don't think it's alarming because a lot of us have sort of seen this sort of apocalyptic stuff coming. So
yeah, well, they're saying that the movie that's coming out, Disclosure, I think it is, was by Spielberg.
I want to see that.
Just getting us ready for the truth.
That's what I think. Yeah, which truth? Which truth and which unpleasant truth?
Well, then they came out and said that there are 4 different types of ETs that were discovered, and I'm thinking 4? It's like 400.
I would think there are more than 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. Puking, huh? Okay. I like that, Mary. All right. Well, we got 7 questions. Okay. Shall we start?
We should start, definitely.
So, Andrew, what's ahead for you over the summer months? Well, there'll be some hot weather and a few holidays. And so I'm going to just take that down, though, so you'll be able to see the cards. Trying some new cards tonight. Not new, but cards I haven't used.
So I'm wondering what you've been waiting for, because this comes off as very frustrated energy. Let me just finish this. And I'm also hearing about a heightened sense of something. There's some, and it's one of the 5 senses that might have been, I don't know if you had COVID or it was something with taste or something, but there's something amiss here that needs to change. And you've been waiting for something for so long now. It's really getting to the point where you're becoming indifferent about things. Yeah. Let's see what's coming this summer, though, to actually answer your question.
Yeah. Sometimes the reading overshadows the question, don't you think?
For me, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Garnet, I got it. Thank you. Is it okay if I stick my thing in while you're doing the I get the butterfly. I'm getting a transformation, new beginnings, and personal growth. So that's what I get. And that is going to be dependent upon what it is that you may be interested or what appears to you as a new, I want to say a new arena, a new area of interest. And I'm getting rainbow blessings with it. And they're showering your life. I don't know if you're making a plan to take a trip out to the Southwest at all. This looks kind of Southwesty. You will be protected, it says. And I love the fact that the tree is there. And the tree is, even though they say do not stand under a tree in a storm because it looks like an electrical storm, for some reason they're putting that word protection there. But I think it's that you are covered more than protected. The last card I get is flowering. And so I'm feeling as though whatever it is that you're going to come into here, it has a lot. I'm getting a lot of nature. I'm getting an awful lot of nature. So I don't know if you're planning on a trip and you're going to be camping or you're going to be looking at different things around the country or whatever, but that's what I get for you, Andrew. Thank you. You planning to move to Vegas? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
This is where you're at this mercenary point right now, almost sacrificial, almost waiting with bated breath to do something. And then every time something has presented itself, it hasn't been the right time, or you've been indifferent to those things around you. What I heard was something about having to use a flame to see when it's inconvenient or warm, meaning it's like to illuminate something when it's not the most convenient thing to have illuminated. I got the Queen of Cups here. I don't know if there was a relationship that you're going to or coming from, but they're telling me something in here about not feeling like you were enough for that particular area, or that it had something to do with where you are now. This kind of was interesting to me. You don't feel like you have a lot of independence, or there might have been something going on with your health at one point recently that might have helped to facilitate this move, because I don't know if there was something life-altering that you were hoping was going to happen that would kind of give you an excuse to uproot yourself or do something differently. But the Tower reverse came in, but something kept happening to where you just said, fuck it, I can't deal with this anymore. I don't know if there were some sort of figure in the past, too, that represented something that was untenable for you to deal with, because, you kind of felt out of place or like a sore thumb. What I will say, though, is that I think really at this point for you, there was something Aley said about spreading your wings or going forward. This is about a really harsh self-judgment that I feel like you haven't closed the door on something yet to get out from under something. And this plan that you have will only work if you get the closure that you want to, because this is about a contract or something that you might be signing, or something about moving or building. And it's about not having in other words, the things that you're holding on to are going to follow you wherever you go, unless you change them. But they're telling me that this summer has the opportunities, if you just fill in those blanks, that will make things that are upcoming for you more enjoyable, as opposed to being like drudgery. That's what I heard.
Wow. It says he had given up on relationships, but for some reason or another, he's had a change of heart.
Yeah, I don't know if you're bringing in somebody or somebody left, but there's something going on here with that because
Something
I got
going
the
on with
Queen of
that.
Coins. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Andrew, good luck on your move. I think that's wonderful. Take some time when you're coming through, wherever you're coming from. Monument Valley. Oh my God. And of course, Arizona, Page, Arizona, right near there, near Vegas. It's beautiful. But of course, if you're going to live there, you can always travel back and forth later. So, yeah. Thank you. All right, Miss Maureen. Oh, you're welcome, Andrew. No
You're
problem.
welcome, Andrew.
All right. Please, if you're not subscribed to Jeff's channel, would you please subscribe to Jeff's channel? I would appreciate it. Please. Oh, pretty please. Mm. Mm. So, Maureen, because you're a veteran, I have to tell you that they can't get anybody that wants to go to the cage fight, so they're propositioning service people to come, but they have to pay their own way and they have to wear their spring or summer uniforms. And they have to have a waist to height criteria or something like that. So if you're thinking about doing something exciting. Mm. Mm. Okay. I get the globe first. What I'm getting here, oh, I know, honey. I'd refuse to go to. I'm getting travel opportunities. But you know what else it means? It means wholeness and completion. I'm feeling as though your cuff, it's going to make you feel better. That's what I think. You know, because it really helped Keith a lot when he went through it. It takes some time, but it really made a difference. Right now, of course, you're feeling suppressed. There's limited things that you can do, but it's not forever because you are healing and you're looking in the mirror. Right now, you're not seeing anybody that's real happy, but it's going to change over time. Yeah. And then I get power. It's within your power for the healing to take place. And so there you go. Thank you.
So I almost feel like something was stolen from you before it was even time to be yours to behold. The two cards that came out in the beginning, the signifier was the Five of Swords. You kind of just felt like you would be perceived as either too pushy, too bitchy, or something, to where somebody might have been talking smack about you to the point where it was backstabbing and it was hurtful, and it resonated with you because it got to the point where you lost your footing and you lost the idea or the plan that you had, simply in the motivation to carry something out, because I believe someone was maligning your character. But on top of all this is in the subconscious, you still are holding on to that hope that you have the reserve mentally and physically to do this. Because I got this, the Three of Coins. What I will say again is this feeling of something, an idea or something, seven again, something being stolen. But what's interesting is Aley had said something about the future cards looking better than the present cards. I have to echo that because I got this coming in the internal energy. You have put it behind you. It's kind of this forgive but not forget mentality. Externally, you're going to be seen and heard, and you're going to be victorious in something that you thought you wouldn't get a second go at. Then what I'm getting is the Nine of Wands. Be aware of the restrictions, but that's coming in the hope and fear. Don't let the same thing repeat itself again. If something smells off to you, deal with it and deal with it fast, so that opportunity you can seize this time.
Wow.
You know,
You just as you were saying about backstabbing, she said she threw her back out.
oh no,
It's
oh
almost like a
God,
metaphoric thing,
yeah,
isn't it?
I didn't
In a
know
lot
it
of
was like literal.
yeah, I know. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, absolutely not. Anyway,
Sorry, Maureen.
swift healing for both those things. That thank you so much. Just so everybody will know, this is what we've got in the lineup. We have Karmic Karen, Rossi, Nat, Florence, Mel B, Garnet, M. Steve actually just had said his mom's birthday was May 23rd, but the family party's June 14th. And that she's going to be, well, she's now 100 years old. I say
Wow.
that is fabulous. Yeah. Thanks, M. Steve. Wild Lilac and Sanity Claus. All right. So let me get back here. You're welcome.
You're
I know
welcome,
we've
Maureen.
missed you. I wondered what was going on, but I think I knew you were going to go in and have some work done, Maureen. Much love to you, my dear. All right, Karmic Karen. On love. Okay. It is a love reading. All right. Let's see what we got. Woohoo. Mm-hmm.
The number 9 is coming in for you, Karen.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I almost feel like it's some sort of rebirth, or you've given up on something that should be. There could be a rebirth if you let it. But what I'm hearing is this energy of you think it's futility, like love is futility. And you've been trying to incarnate or manifest this stuff for so long that you're just like, enough already. So I got Death card reverse, which is this chronic sort of behavior. And I got the Empress reversed. I don't know if you lost a child, had a child, and it's like an empty nest sort of syndrome now, but there's something going on with trying to substitute the loss of a child, or substitute a new relationship for the loss of a child, or an adoption, or some child that left. Hangman reverse. There's something that you're needing to get before you're complete enough to be in a relationship. I don't know what it means. Yeah, identity is the problem here. Page of Cups could mean the messaging that you think you need to change something about yourself is subconsciously the energy you're bringing to it. So before you can attract anybody, you have to be aware of that your authenticity and you are worth it. 3 of Wands in the past. Something went up in smoke, in flames. You were waiting for something to come in, and then all these other things that are alluded to in the present cards seem to be why you're feeling like sort of unloved, or it's not the time for love. 9 of Coins. You were shackled in a relationship. I feel like you want to be in one, but you have lost a lot of autonomy. And I don't know if you were sick recently, but that is something coming in too. Yeah, stagnation, 8 of Wands reversed. And then 4 of Wands, the external energy is people see how much effort you're putting into trying to create a new environment for yourself. But do not be manipulated again by a man that actually takes advantage of you. You're kind of afraid of that. And you can move past this. You can get through it. I think there's a dependence on past relationships that's misinforming what the next one could be. And I feel like you could project that energy onto something that could be coming your way soon. So try not to do it. But if you have an empty nest syndrome or lost a child, I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's what I got.
Okay. So a 9, your 9s is endings, and it's Rossi is and letting go of things. So it could be that but I get the karmic cycle here. You're moving from one cycle to another, because if he's got all 9s, the next number actually is a 1, which is a new beginning. I got the snake. You're going to do, either have done some shedding of old skin, or you're going to, but there's also jealousy and envy in here. Oh, you did. Oh my God, that's great. I'm glad. I'm not great that all that happened to you, but that it resonates. Yeah, that's awesome. There's some kind of secret knowledge or jealousy or something that could be coming in. Just be careful. And secrets. So this next person, who I do see you meeting online, interestingly enough, may have something hidden, or you may not have all the facts. Just be careful, because I've seen where somebody will have, let's say, a date on Tinder or something with somebody, and then they find out they're really married, but they said they're going through a divorce, but they really aren't, that kind of energy. But I do see here that social media, or, you're going to find somebody by working online with them. And I know there's a lot of different online things. There's, I don't know, Bumble and Tinder and all these other ones. Just be careful. Just be very careful, they're saying. Wow. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. So, whoops. It's Rossi. All right. As long as you're not a snake. Don't want any snake bites, Rossi. Oh my goodness. All right. I pulled Going with the Flow, which I've pulled for you before. I really, really do believe that we can't make things happen any faster than they're going to. So they're just reminding you of that. There is a interesting one here called There is a Divine Plan. There's a desert passage. And what I'm feeling like in this particular one is, it may feel like you're in this vast place and you haven't been able to move forward, but there is a divine plan in the works that will bring you to where you need to be. The next one is hesitate, or don't hesitate. I'm not quite sure, but the next card is stillness. So I think they want you to hesitate in the stillness, in the quiet, in order for you to get the messages that you need to receive in order to move forward. Thank you.
I don't know why I heard this, but I heard Three Little Pigs, and I heard that whole, what do you call it? Lullaby or whatever. And I also heard something about a chimney, but there's something here with the same sort of energy that you present in readings that I get, Rossi, where it's like, it's just like a big, like, because you're not the type of person to sugarcoat stuff, and where people would expect you to have regrets about something. I feel like someone is driving you to the point now where, instead of wanting to just, tell them to go fuck off, it's almost like now they're pushing it even further, because I got the Five of Cups and then I got the Eight of Swords reversed, which is telling me that this can be deep regret, but it's challenged by the Eight of Swords reverse, which to me means that you really are trying to ward off psychically the energy of carrying someone else's bullshit, is what they're telling me. Because then I got that you're sitting in the King of Coins energy, which is all the stuff that you have possessed and that you've done to manifest through the years. Subconsciously, you're still doing it. It's like you transmute energy this way through negative people. I don't know why you do that, if it was a gift that you got, but especially with your family, your family taught you how to do this stuff. And then I got the Three of Cups reversed coming in currently, which means it may mean sacrificing family celebrations to get away from some of this energy. Then I pull in, or it could be you've seen people die and you will not go to your grave being stepped on just to get to a grave. Well, you'll be beneath anyway. But then I picked in the sun. Okay. And then I picked in the moon reversed, which is telling me that these things that you're attracting are fine. The karma you're attracting is fine. The way you're going about it is fine. The moon reversed is the shadow work that you are doing, or it's, what do you call it? If there were any type of mental illness or anything around you, that's because that's the external energy. It's not affecting you. And there's something that's already happened that has made this situation clear to you. Yeah, strength. And then the outcome is Page of Wands reversed. So I view this as still a lot of energy transmutation. Like Page of Wands upright would be something that is a message about doing something new. But I think the way I'm reading this is the way you've been doing it all along, even though someone's trying to convince you otherwise, is the way you need to continue to do it.
Wow. Fabulous. And thank you again, Nat, for gifting a membership. That's very nice. All right. All right. So we have a second kitty cat there. You'll notice Rossi had one and now Nat has one. So a reading for June. Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. So Nat, your first card is staying focused and hold the course. I love this. It's you and your telescope looking out into other vistas, and they want you to continue doing the work you're doing because it's making a difference. The next one I get is the rebel. I see this as you, and there's nothing wrong with a rebel. A rebel is fabulous. There's a lot of power, sort of bucking the tide at times. And so whatever it is you're doing, some people might think it's very rebellious, but in your case, it's just who you are and what you do. I do have the innocence card. And so I'm feeling as though there's still a little bit of inner child work but you do tend to look towards those who have been, what's the word they're giving me? You look to those that have been not treated as well and that are maybe scapegoats for something, and you're always on their side because you hold the power where you are. And so all of us have the opportunity and the ability as light workers to hold light and power for 200,000 people that live in the same proximity as we do. And I love that feeling because no matter what we do, we're holding the energy of that place. And that is a very huge job. So thank you.
So I saw a ladybug for whatever reason, and I saw this sensation that if you don't do something soon, you're going to get bowled over by the very same energy that, or the same thing that you need to conquer. It's a very strange reading for me because I got the Wheel of Fortune and then the Four of Swords reverse, which is telling me that it's almost like what do you call it? Cryogenics, when it's like, you've been trying to preserve something so long there's something meant to come for you, but you're kind of hesitating. And I kind of think like you have a very methodical mind. What I think is happening though is that methodical mind is getting in the way of all the things that subconsciously you don't even know could be coming to you. And what I see is in the past, there may have been some sort of issue with someone that didn't appear to be the type of person that could actually match your energy, in the sense that they might have had problems spending or a profligate gambler or something like that. But what I'm trying to say to you is you're not they, and you know what I mean? But if you keep waiting, this is stagnant, just like that Four of Swords reverse was stagnant. This is stagnant, and this is a delay. So something is supposed to come in, but unless you'll get bowled over by it. And I heard something about presidential historian or Lady Bird Johnson. I don't know why, but this was coming into the Chariot. It is time to move on, but the hope and fear is that you're going to be heartbroken again. But I don't think the deepest regret is going to come from that thing that you're not doing for yourself, is what I'm hearing. So whatever the question was, that's my answer.
That's the reading for June. Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. I don't think she has anything to do with Lady Bird Johnson, but maybe it's a female bird,
because it went from ladybug to ladybird.
Ladybug to ladybird. Okay. A bird's going to bug you. How about that? Yeah. All right. Well, that's interesting. She says she understands, so that's good.
She's just humoring me.
I don't know about that. All right. So we have Florence. Will I take my car to San Francisco? Are you driving from Houston? Is that what you're going to do, Florence? Could be a fun road trip. I'm all about road trips. All right. So Nat says, heaps of birds on my front lawn every day, crows especially. There you go. Yep. So, hello, Fluffy Foo-Foo. It's quite the name. Nice to see you. All right.
Well, then Fluffy Foo-Foo, maybe that was for you then.
All right. All right, Florence. Oh, that's your cat. Okay. Florence, I have the arrow. The arrow. What does the arrow tell me? Movement in that direction. So it looks to me as though that's the direction you're moving in order to get there. That's the energy of right now. Could change tomorrow, but right now, you must be thinking about it because you asked the question. And that's what it gives. It says that something unexpected, however, might come up. I don't know if somebody's going to say, oh, I'll fly you there, or why don't you rent a car, or why, how about if I pay for you to take the train? I don't know, but a gift is coming your way with regards to this question. And and it's interesting because right now you don't know what you're going to do and you kind of feel entrapped about it. But what you have to know is there's no lock on this cage. So it's going to be what you want it to be, depending upon how you feel about whether you drive or find an alternative. Yeah.
I feel like you've had. Are you done? I don't want to cut you off.
I am done.
Okay.
Yes.
what I feel like. I saw four-leaf clover, and then I also saw that you've had some car troubles in the past that almost the answer to this. I feel like there might be a better way to go. Yeah, because wish granted came in at the end, but the reason I'm getting this is it might not be your car, or it might be a newer car or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she says, will I take my car? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Queen of Cups came in. So there's some sort of, I don't know if part of this would involve putting a car like on a boat or going by boat somewhere, like you're going somewhere where there would be like having to go on a ferry with the car. But in any event, it feels to me like there's a different mode coming in here because you got the Seven of Cups. That's about plans that you're sitting in, but it's like the energy to me of being forced to work really, really hard to get somewhere, and it doesn't seem to me like Knight of Wands reversed came in. The impetus to go is almost at points not worth it to you. But if you're nervous about it, slow your roll, because I think there's a better way to go, is what they're telling me with this. Four of Cups came in. You're not liking the idea of going the way you are going to go now, or thinking of going. This came into the Moon. So something is, and that's in the external, something is going to change this. It's going to make this a lot better for you, but don't overthink it. It's going to work out and you're going to get there. But I don't think you're going to get there the way you think you're going to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I felt with those cards too. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. So Rossi says about Lady Bird Johnson that opinions differ about whether the name refers to a bird or a ladybird beetle, the latter of which is known as a ladybug.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, that's why I really love the fact that Rossi gives us some of this information.
Rossi knows a lot of stuff.
Well, she knows how to find it at the very least, and we appreciate it. That's interesting that I did not remember that Jeff had seen a ladybug with you. That's fascinating. But ladybug, really good luck. Really good luck. That's what it means. Yeah. Wow. All right. Mel. Then Garnet, Wild Lilac, and Sanity Clause, and Mary Starshine. Yeah. You're welcome, Florence. Are you due for a spiritual cleansing? All right. So, Mel, I do get that. I get flow first. And of course, you're in the flow. So the fact that you're asking the question, I believe, says, yes, you already got the message and you do need a spiritual cleansing. And the divine timing is here. So look at that. You're standing at the precipice. They're saying that you might want to do this in isolation, because I don't know what you consider to be a spiritual cleansing, whether it's the balancing of the chakras, whether it is some kind of Native American cleansing or whatever. But they want you to be flexible, because they're saying that whatever it is that comes to your mind is exactly what you need. So be flexible with the choice that you have to do that. Epsom salt bath. Yes, Fluffy. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely needs one, but I'm not really sure of the reason why. I'm getting in this that I feel like someone around her has died or is sick, or there was something long overdue that happened that really got to Mel, because
Okay.
I got this sort of stopping mercenary energy twice with the Knight of Coins, something ending or something that just won't go anymore, with the Hangman revert upright again. So there's a delay. It was almost like it was way past time to either let go of something or to shed new light on something and see it in a different way, because you're sitting in the chariot. You're supposed to move on from this, but trying to navigate that space is hard, because you're really down on yourself about having to have walked away from something. You're still, I don't know if it's that you need a spiritual cleansing so much as a healing, like some type of closure that you don't realize, because that's at the root of this. And then the star really giving up on, the fact that you have gifts and you're in touch with somebody and you're in touch with them spiritually, but they're not really responding to you in the way that they should be. They could even be past, but there's something that, the way I'm reading this, has to do with your family. You're definitely not in denial about the fact that this has to happen, but it's a gamble. And I feel like it means changing up. You're thinking of changing up something so that you don't always have to be worried about something disappearing from your life. It's fear-based, so you definitely need it. The answer is yes, but the exact reason why, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Sometimes we just need to have our aura cleansed, because we've got all that goop weighing us down at times. Your dad is sick. Okay, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So I did pick up on it.
You're concerned about him. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I hope he's able to heal. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. All right, Mr. Garnet McCleary Price. What would Spirit like you to focus on in the coming months? All right, Garnet. I love it. Oh, cool.
Garnet, have you been to a pub crawl lately? They're showing me a pub crawl.
Oh.
Or bar hopping or something like that.
Okay. All right. So the first card I pulled is imagination. And I love these cards because they are really things that we need to focus on. They're saying that whatever it is that you believe you can achieve, you can. And they're wanting you to imagine the very best for yourself and to use affirmations that bring that to you, because this is a divine manifesting time period for all of us. So use your imagination. Maybe you're going to build something. Maybe you're going to learn something. Maybe you're going to be more artistic. Or maybe, like Jeff says, you can go on a pub crawl. How about that?
He says he doesn't really drink, something like that. He doesn't drink.
Well, okay. All right. I have love on the forecast. Now, if it isn't love that you're looking for, we always need to love ourselves. So there's that. And and look at the beautiful summer flowers. They're saying enjoy and love the upcoming months that are coming for you, that the weather will be better. You'll be outside doing some fun stuff. Use your imagination. The next one I get is you can overcome any obstacle there is. I love that. You can overcome anything. And even though that's looks like sword in the stone, it also looks like a giant peach. So I'm guessing things are very peachy for you. But I love that story, the sword and the stone, because the only person that can pull the sword out of the stone is the correct person who's supposed to pull it out. Nobody else can do it. And so they're saying you are the one that can overcome and do anything you want. And they're saying you may feel vulnerable at times. There may be something that will come up for you that will make you feel vulnerable, but that's all part of the curiosity. And they're saying move forward in it. Don't get stuck in that energy, because there's much, much to come for you, and for you to enjoy for the months ahead. And I don't drink either, so I wouldn't be able to do a pub crawl unless they have iced lattes.
Garnet, do you have a lot of water in your chart, or are you a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio?
He's a Capricorn.
Okay. Yeah. This came in, and I'm wondering, there's this level of disappointment right now, to where I feel like you've really underestimated your own ability to heal. You've been withdrawn. You've also been in a position where I don't think something has been excessive. I don't know if it's work or something, to where you've jumped full throttle or full head first into it. And it's really not, there's something around you that is feeding an unhealthy competition, but you keep doing it. And there really isn't a compromise in this situation. It's like winning the battle, but losing the war. And I don't know if you come from a competitive family where that was what was going on, because it seems to be right now where you could be looking for the higher knowledge and doing something differently about it. The fact that you're not as gentle on yourself as you need to be, and hearing the message from somebody or something that I can conquer this, and this is what they're saying to me. I don't know why. You're really not in the best position right now to, and you can do this for yourself. You can move the ship the way you want to, because look what I got: 3 of Cups, celebration.
Oh, look at
Cancer.
That.
So it's there, Garnet, but I don't feel like I feel like you're stymied by something, or stifled is the word. I just don't know what that is.
Thank you. Thanks, Garnet. Thanks, Jeff. All right. So we have 3 more that we're doing this evening. We'll stay and finish. We have Wild Lilac, Sanity Claus, and Mary Starshine. All right. So during a healing with Viviani, she saw 3 Palladians with you healing you. She had never seen this before. Why? What is their relationship?
Interesting.
It is an interesting question. All right. 3 of them sending blue light through me. Meaning, what is the meaning of the blue light? Okay, Wild Lilac. Thank you, Garnet. Take care, sweetheart. Cheryl, it's nice to see you. Caught us just right near the end, but it's always wonderful to have you here. All right, so blue light. Well, I'm going to throw this out for you, Wild Lilac. Blue is the blue chakra, is your communication center. It could be that they want to communicate with you. But let's pull some cards. Jeff, what did you get?
The thing that I heard was that you're repressing yourself. There's something that you want to say that you haven't been able to. But let me just fine tune that a little bit. It's almost like having to let go of something that you didn't realize was a part of you. Because I got the death card, and then I got the Page of Cups, which is identity crisis or some sort of thing that you're not being heard for what you're not saying. And I know that sounds weird, but you've been giving the signals to somebody and they're not picking up on them. And they want you to be more vocal about it, the Hierophant. So higher knowledge. I think this also could be communicating in ways that you hadn't before. The Palladians are telling you to do that. I got the Six of Coins reversed. I feel like you've been cheated because or passed up by something or for somebody else because you haven't been clear enough about what your needs are. And I feel like you feel like a charity case in a lot of ways because you're so hung up on being understood one way when you actually could turn the tables. And I don't think it's manipulation. You think it might be. It could benefit you. Yeah. King of Swords to come up with a new strategy. And then I think in the past, maybe you had a better strategy, but you're trying to be kinder to somebody, but you can't because it's dangerous at this point. And it's almost, it's something you don't have to suffer through. They're also telling me that the family that you come from and or the wisdom of the reserve that you had, and they're showing me August and September. Something's coming in those months that's going to make it more clear for you. Two of Wands. In other words, you're attracting energy up for a new plan. The Palladians are trying to tell you, you need to vocalize this to make this plan known. Otherwise, it's never going to come to fruition. Then I get the Ten of Swords reversed. That's the fear. That if you say something, that idea becomes a harsh reality for someone else. But you've got to think of yourself first. You can't show temperance reversed. Doesn't necessarily mean excess. Discretion's the better part of valor here. But if you're getting it reversed, to me it means you're not being kind enough to yourself.
Yep.
And you've got to start. They're wanting you to speak, and actually, there's some sort of psychic probably connection to what you're not feeling or giving into that they want you to.
Wow.
That's what I got for you. Yeah.
Wow. Well, yes, I get traveling. The blue light is there. The blue light is there. They're bringing, and Nat's right. It's communication, being called to speak your truth, even when other people will look at you kind of like, come on, So the traveling is very important. The next card I get is schizophrenia, which doesn't mean you're a schizophrenic, but what it means is that you have to balance the spiritual and the life here in the 3D, and you're being called to take a look at something very, very different, and the communication is different in that place as well. But you can do this. Your creativity is there. You're able to move whatever it is in order for that to flourish, and they're there for the adventures. They're saying, if you come on board with us, we promise you there will be some fun times here for you to learn about yourself. And yes, I do agree. Speak your truth and love yourself. Yeah. Thank you, Lilac. I hope that helps. Okay. There we go. All right. Ellen. You're welcome. All right. So talk about not speaking up and speaking your truth. I'm getting the silence. And so they want you to speak up as well. all of us are being called to speak up and speak our truth and be that authentic self. And I love this because the moon over the water tells me that it's probably, and I believe Sunday is the full moon. So whatever it is that you need to release, they want you to release it so you'll be ready for the new month that's ahead for you. You may be asked to compromise something, and that's going to be totally up to you. You do not have to compromise, but of course, usually we do because we like to keep the peace. And I'm getting success. It's going to be a successful month for you. And look at the parade here, right on the back of this beautiful tiger. The last card I get is momentum. You're just starting to gear up and you're almost at the pinnacle. And I believe that next month is going to be a good one for you.
There's been this struggle between the masculine and the feminine around you. And I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship where those gender roles are kind of reversed. The one in control of the money is the woman, and the one in control of where the man feels like they need to be more in control. What they're showing me is this new sort of newfound power for you that is supposed to come in, but you've been relegated to a position where you two haven't been, I don't think, getting all of the required attention you deserve. Meaning, where June is concerned, the Queen of Coins came in, but it was challenged by the King of Coins. So it's almost like this value versus whatever proposition. Is this going to be worth it to do this? Am I going to enjoy this? And who's going to be the one to decide it? And I think you're afraid to make a decision. I think in the past you've made a really bad one, and maybe that's inflecting this, but you don't need to worry about it anymore, because I feel like if you're too drawn and you're digging your feet in too much, you're going to make it harder on yourself to actually forge your own path. And something's coming in with the same type of struggle you're attracting by not putting your foot down. Aley said something about being heard here too. I kind of feel like that's the same thing. Eight of Coins reversed. So that the fear is that there's this element of laziness, or like you really need to kick your feet back a little bit, they're telling me. But they're also telling me that you have a fear of not having a tighter control on things. Strength. Okay, so strength is in some cases meaning letting go a little bit. And if you do, what they're telling me is that just as you think you might have, by giving something up, you're actually gaining something. There's someone else that you need to probably either listen to, because they do have some wisdom to impart, but you're not the most trusting person where that's concerned, whether it's money or whether it's about people or whether it's about things in the past, because you've been given ample reason. That's what I got.
Sorry, I had a mute on. Is this about a relationship? She wants to know.
It could very well be.
Okay. Thank you. All right, our last one for tonight. We have a prankster spirit. Who is it? Is your little puppy dog seeing it? You're not the most trusting person about anything, Sanity Claus. I don't blame you. There are some things that just, we got to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being gullible and being like...
True. Yeah.
I mean, we have to be vulnerable in some ways, I guess, although in this world, I shouldn't say that. Probably better not to be.
I know. We've been proven differently, haven't we? Yeah. All right. So who is this prankster spirit? You've manifested this one. Well, I got manifestations. So if you've been thinking about somebody that has either passed, whether it's a person, an animal, an energy, you've been thinking. Right now we're doing immediate manifestation. So make sure that you protect yourself. A prankster spirit can be a lot of fun, but it can also become a pain in the butt. So be careful what you want to manifest. It's really happening fast. The next card I get is perspective. I feel like this particular spirit wants you to understand from their perspective what it is that they're trying to let you know. And I don't know if it's just lighten up. Don't worry about things. If it's a prankster in that regard, it could be reminding you to watch your thoughts and watch your words, but also that there are different perspectives, and there might have been different perspectives living in your property. I don't know, but you can cut that out. You can let go. You can cut that right out. You can just say, I want protection and I want you to go immediately. You can, if you're not comfortable. And then I get that, especially if this is carrying sort of a dragon energy, and dragon energy is circular. So it could very well be that it is just a spirit that wants to just give you a hard time, but can move along if you ask them to. Yeah.
Same. Here's what I got. The Hermit reversed. It doesn't want to leave. It wants to stay with you for some reason. Four of Cups, psychic experiences. I feel like it may have tricked you by telling you something about yourself you wouldn't expect someone else, especially a spirit unknown to you, to know. And that's why this came in. I feel like it tried to befriend you at first, or you tried to befriend it to think that might help it go away, but it's still there. It's all around you. And this is, the world normally means completion. The only way to get subconsciously is this real burden to you, but it's also something where he's not ready or she's not ready to transition yet. And I feel more than anything, it's a he. Two of Coins came in. Currently, the more that you try to push to get it out, the worse it's getting. However, things are going to get better based on the fact that there's only one way to go here. You need to take your power back, where the ideas that or the communication that it has with you is kind of like misleading you or making you feel certain things that you shouldn't feel, and giving you almost like, I kind of feel sorry for this entity vibes. Judgment reversed. Normally that's my APOCALAPTIC card. But what it's doing is you're afraid that it's going to do worse things if you fight it. You got the power in this, though. Okay. But you just need to figure out the best way to finesse the issue, because I don't think it wants to go over for some reason. I feel like it's not done here. And I feel like it was there before you got there.
Okay. M. Steve did have a question, and I'm sorry if I missed it, but he's going to have that party for his mom, and he wonders if there are two ladies that were neighbors, I believe, and he says, I don't know if just thinking about them would draw them into the party. He wants them to come to the party. So I pulled 3 cards. The first one I pulled was trust. I feel like you have magic in your hands, and that they would want to be there with you if you invited them or brought them in. But whatever it is, they may or may not show up, but it might be beyond their control if they're older, or they don't have a ride, or they're not feeling well, or whatever. but I do think they would like an invitation, and they would love to be there with you and your mom. She's almost, and she's an innocent again. They're saying she is 100 years old, and we do revert back to the innocence that we come in as a child. So I think that perhaps, definitely. Oh, they're both in spirit. Okay.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, bring them in.
Someone dead here. Yeah.
Yep. I'm getting that. Trust, the control, and the innocence. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So here's what I'm getting. It's someone, I heard RSVP. They'd rather do an RSVP. At least one of them would. I got the 10 of coins reversed, which is Mercury and Virgo, but it is about family. And then the 2 of wands reversed, which is a plan kind of down the drain. I kind of feel like there was some disconnect between either the 2 of these people or whoever it was, Anna or Faye, that had some sort of issue where they got hurt by somebody. It was almost like an abrupt situation where someone had to, extricate and get out to salvage their own ability to take care of themselves. I don't know if there was a law broken or if somebody didn't get the kind of attention they needed in that situation, but someone doesn't feel as if they're in the right frame of mind to be at this because they feel out of their own power. What they're attracting is staying inward, fear of not, they would rather go inward and do their spiritual work or not have to face the same things that hurt them either when they were alive or if they're alive in spirit. And then 4 of cups. So they don't like the offer. That's the external energy. Ace of wands reversed. This is not a good opportunity, is the fear. They're afraid of doing it. And then the world reversed. They're hesitant. They're delaying it. I think the intention might be very subtle, like maybe 10% that they would want to be involved in this. But there's something with somebody that seems off to me.
Okay. Do you think it could be very possible that that Steve might not know of something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it felt like there was something else or someone else in the picture that had nothing to do with Steve.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm still going to hold out the hope that they're coming, and whatever. But when you're on the other side, you can make your own rules. So there you go. Thank you. Hello, peace, please. Hi, Robin. Thanks to everybody for being with us.
Tonight. And thanks for coming to my channel too. And please like and subscribe. Go buy my books. Go even read them on Amazon. I get credit for that, even if it's a pittance. And it can be hard to be asked to give, so make sure you donate to Aley, donate to me, and donate to those that, can't do for themselves right now. So, okay.
Much love, everybody.
I would love to see you all again. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.